Hello and welcome to this month's RC Racing. Once again, we're in Denmark, where it's a bit chilly for the fantastic DHI Cup, the event that kicks off the new year in touring car. And we'll have action for the modified final and a look around the pits later. Now, we have a lot more on the show, and I won't need this to tell you about it. But I will need these, because we're in sunny Florida for the Snowbirds Nationals, where we're looking at that weird world that is oval racing and having a chat to those great and good of American RC. And that's in addition to all the news, views and interviews that makes RC racing, well, the #1 RC show in the world. Mike Boylan, it's the 10th annual Snowbirds. Give us an idea of the history of the event.
Well, 16th actually.
Okay.
Welcome to the Snowbirds.
Hello and welcome to a nondescript American hotel corridor thing. We are about to enter the auditorium, the hall, the environment that is the Field of Dreams, or the Hall of Dreams, or the Dreaming Spires. It's a hall, or a convention centre, that is turned once a year into the world's largest RC event. There's about 400 cars here, about 600 people, there's all sorts of things going on, but it is, of course, the Snowbirds 2010. So an area here, which are the manufacturers are selling their wares. Oh, there's lots of toys, aren't there? Lovely. It's all the usual consumables, motors, wires, speed controllers, tyres, tyre treatment, bodies, hats. These are new. I want one of these. Looks like Speed Passion have already suffered from an unfortunate bit of theft, as I assume there was supposed to be something there, but that's gone. And they've got some very, very nice plastic stands with nothing on them, so that's actually light-fingered. This one I've heard is really, really good, apparently, and it's particularly good if you've got some paperweight requirements. Very busy environment, as I said before. Looking around, it's Hoopo, European champion at 12. Man in the red over there, that's Josh Cyril, who of course is running for top, but he also makes his own CFX 12 cars. And look, it's Mr. Barry Baker. How are you, Barry?
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I understand you're now a hot bodies driver.
Yes, I'm a competitor. I'm one of the biggest competitors you'll ever meet.
But Gilles there, Gilles Groscap. Now, interesting about Gilles, Gilles recently moved to Thailand. Now, he's moved from Holland, the most liberal country in Europe, to Thailand. Now, the only reason to move to Thailand is because Thailand's a bit fruity. But what's the point when you come from Holland in the first place? Gilles, why have you moved to Thailand?
I met a nice girl a year ago over there. I can race with Hara, with Suricar, and just to name a few guys. The tracks are awesome.
Now the other thing you have to remember is whenever there's an RC event, you'll find someone who should be playing RC actually playing on a computer, and this is a young man who's flying a helicopter.
I want to win at Tiddlywinks.
Now, what you're probably thinking is, well, if you look around, let's just turn around, man, and have a look around. There's a lot of people here, but there's an awful lot of empty space, and more importantly, there's empty pits set up. That's because the day is divided into two halves. You have the track day, the circuit day with the track set up, and then about 4 o'clock they're going to change the track right round and make an oval circuit. They race here from 5 in the morning till 2 the following morning. So they race for 21 of the 24 hours, which is, I think, unheard of and unheralded anywhere else, as Matt's reversing himself slowly into a storage cupboard. But no, it's not a storage cupboard, because look, over here, there's more pits. I mean, and including, look, some English people are trying to hide themselves from the camera. Yes, we sent the cream of our racing talent somewhere else, and they turned up for us. Yes, marvellous. But so because you've got effectively 2 separate race meetings, so a lot of the NASCAR-style oval cars here, we'll have a bit more look at them closer later. But you have hundreds of people here, a lot of them, of course, because it isn't until 4 o'clock. They're out enjoying the Florida sunshine. And then tomorrow they turn it round. And so it's oval qualifying in the morning and then track qualifying in the afternoon. So the track boys can go and have a bit of a laugh round the corner. Oh, is it a fellow TV man? Now look at this. This look, there's no rivalry TV shows.
He's getting me. I didn't shave. I rolled out of bed. He's getting me on.
This is Jeff Maturo from RC TV Live.
Nice to meet you.
Jeff, it's good to see you. I've watched your broadcast. I'm sure you've watched mine.
I love yours. We wish ours was as good as yours.
But you've got that really cool stuff. You have a big-breasted girl, which is a great start.
Wait, you can't go wrong with big-breasted girls. But that's all we've got.
No, and you've got that really great archive stuff as well.
Yes, we do. We do a lot of vintage Tamiya stuff, and yeah, we enjoy it.
And you seem to get given more stuff than us as well. If you don't say that, he gets given a lot more stuff than we do.
Well, yeah, we do. We're lucky about that, but you got a better show.
But hang on, so he gets given more stuff.
Yeah.
He's got a big-breasted girl.
Yeah, big-breasted girl. Where's your
All we've got is production values. Who wants those with free stuff and big breasts? What's the point?
I don't know, man. You got me there. Wait, I need a job.
There's no bending rules.
Well, it's not NASCAR. There's no bending rules.
You know, they didn't say you couldn't run 14.8 volts.
Mike Boylan, it's the 16th annual Snowbirds. Give us an idea of the history of the event.
Well, Nick, we started out on a tin barn. If you watch that movie Carpet Racers, it says we grew from a tin barn to a cool, conference center here at the Radisson. Actually, the first few years of the race was an oval event only on a high bank concrete track that we had. That track was tore down, and we decided to, step it up a notch, and we found a hotel here in Orlando, and then we moved to the Radisson. So we've been, constantly moving up, and we got a great place here. We call it the Hot Rod Hotel, and here we are racing carpet on road and oval, and got the whole world here racing.
Now, back in the UK, we get 80 or 90 people. We think that's a big event. Give me an idea of how many drivers you've got here and how many entries.
Well, this year, Nick, I think we got close to 300 heads, which I've always been one to, try to get drivers. And entries, probably 550, closest, 560.
And what really sets us apart from any other event is the mixture of the road course behind us and the oval, which is completely alien to us Europeans.
Well, yeah, believe it or not, over the years, even Grosscamp, this weekend's racing oval. And it's kind of grown. We got the roadies, we call them, and the oval guys. They love to heckle each other. The road cars run in the morning, the oval cars at night. It brings in all the manufacturers, which is a really key success of the event. It's like the one race where everybody gets to meet. You might, you read them in the magazines, and the oval guys do their thing, on-road does their thing. But this is the one weekend that everybody's together and kind of combines what they love to do.
Well, looking at oval here at the Snowbirds, there are many classes, but probably the most prestigious is the Saturday night enduro race, the Futaba 600. This brings together drivers from the oval world and also some very well-known and loved faces from the track world. We saw Barry Baker racing, Gilles Grosscamp, Paul Lemieux, all taking a turn at just going left only for an evening of fun. But at the end of the day, they were racing hard, and this had pit stops, it had stop-and-go penalties, it even had a pace car. So overall, it was a fun way to spend an hour and 5 minutes going round in circles. Give us an idea of the size of oval racing in the US.
It's kind of like a little subculture. People don't, it's not in the magazines. You don't hear about it, but they're very passionate. Like this weekend, we have close to 300 entries just in the oval alone. The guys are very dedicated, a lot of money invested. They live on the message boards. They got setups. They got dynos. They eat and breathe this stuff. And it's just like the real NASCAR race.
Well, no feature on oval racing would be complete without a visit here, the home of oval, the Daytona Motor Speedway. The high banking, the massive speeds, the huge crowds. Well, things you don't necessarily get in radio controlled oval, but you do have those ridiculous cornering powers and the multiple laps going at huge speeds. Let's find out how they do it.
Basically what we've got here is a car where everything is offset to the left side as much as possible. Now, this is the primary form of racing in North America is oval racing. So what we've done is build a car that has battery on the left, speed controls on the left. We actually even have the receiver pack, which we're getting ready to put in the car, is going to go on the left. And the idea is to get as much left side weight as possible, but still have the car balanced, because we're only going in one direction, so we can favor the setup so the car goes in one direction.
If you see the car, it looks really funny to me because I never run oval before, but you have a different camber one side to the other side. The weight is all the way inside. You're running harder compound tire on the outside, I think. And it's just different, so it really makes the car going around smooth or not. So you can really see the good guys, their car is very smooth in the corner.
All this amazing skill and the talent of the setup and the design of these cars means that they can actually do 65 miles an hour flat out and corner without even easing off. It is an amazing sight. Right, now, from something we don't often show, so we never show. Helicopters. Now I've brought my Merlin Tracer to HPI Europe HQ because I'm just filling in a bit of time. I've been told I can fly, but I absolutely must not disturb them or in any way cause any trouble or disturbance whatsoever. Well, you know me, there's no way I cause any trouble or any disturbance at somewhere as important as HPI Europe. The Merlin Tracer 60, not your average helicopter, but next time, Merlin, could you bring some sugar? You will? That's good, thank you.
So on pole position for LRP Hot Bodies, that is Alexander Stocker, the German. Behind him, the Swedish driver with the Hot Bodies and Advanced Electronics, that's Tommy Bergfeld. There's Henry Salmon from Denmark. Thomas Larsson, another Dane, in 4th position. Over from Japan, Yukijiro Umino, who's Ronald Volker's mechanic. Oliver Westholm in the green car. Then it's Carson Madsden. Another Dane is Daniel Horn in 8. Norwegian Bastian Hennig is in 9th. There he is in the silver. And right at the back is Tony Streit, the German. And we're off and running, and from pole position. It's a good start by Stocker, who gets away. And at least he is able to defend through the first lap or so. That's Bergfeld in 2nd position, who's just closing in on a little bit there, but can't get... Oh, and I was just about to see, can't get close enough to make the pass. He dives down the inside, but look at that. Stocker comes straight back to him and makes a cleaner pass to retake the lead. I think that's Salmon in 3rd place, isn't it, from 3rd position on the grid, as the leaders stretch away. The top 3 are breaking away. Tremendous concentration as we head into the closing stages here. Stocker and Bergfeld absolutely nose to tail for the last 4 minutes, and I just wonder if Bergfeld's got anything left. He's had a little look there. He's been tracking the leader, and poleman Alexander Stocker just hasn't really made a decisive move other than on that first lap when there was contact. He lost that lead, remember, a couple of corners afterwards. Oh, and a mistake by the 2nd place man. Bergfeld's got off, and that is handed it to Stocker. There'll be no coming back from that as he crosses the line to take what in the end looks like an easy victory. Here's the incident again. Watch the red car. 2nd goes over the top of the first curb, and then the 2nd, and that's it. Confirmation of the result. Stocker from Bergfeld and Tony Streit in 3rd place, up from 10th on the grid. Stocker on pole then. Will he get the good start he got in the first heat? Well, yes, he does. Oh, excellent start from Salmon in the blue car from 4th, and he's gone back down to 4th. In fact, Larsson that was that went through briefly into 3rd position, not Salmon, as the leaders have got away. Saw the green car of Oliver Westholm making up ground there, but it's Stocker from Bergfeld. and they have pulled away even more impressively than they did in the first of the finals. So Alexander Stocker then, the German, with the LRP hot bodies machine, pulling away. And there's the battle behind. In the yellow car, Tony Streit, the German, who made up a tremendous amount of ground from 10th to 3rd. He's just gone through on Oliver Westholm, and he's been taken out by Oliver Westholm there. Now, this is the battle for 3rd. First of all, Streit has a go at Salmon, and that lets Westholm through. And then Westholm just absolutely attacks Streit. That was the battle for 3rd. Through goes Salmon again. And who's that being turned over? I think that was Daniel Horn further down the field. So back with the action. Stocker leads from Bergfeld in second, and Stocker's flipped it over and loses the lead. Goodness me, no pressure on him at all. And he fights back straight away. We saw this in the first heat, and he's tried too hard, and he's over again. Well, that wasn't the clean pass that we saw him make in the first race to regain the lead, was it? And Bergfeld is now away. That is the chance I'm sure he's been looking for. He's got a little bit of breathing space. Bergfeld, who won this event last year, couldn't make the pass in the first heat, and he's been handed the lead here. And Stocker clearly rattled by that. You saw by his mode of driving as he tried to sneak back the lead. And the lap times here, tremendously competitive. And again, there's a touch there. He's going to have to let the leader go by his. Well, that's good driving by Stocker. He knew he wouldn't have been allowed to keep that pass. So he allowed Bergfeld to carry on. In fact, actually, he's dropped back a little bit further, hasn't he? And again, he dives down the inside into that hairpin. Very technical inner part of the circuit. The lap speeds, as I said, very consistent as they're going through traffic. It was Dan Horn, I think, they've just put a lap on there. Side by side through the infield. Tremendous concentration by the German and the Swedish driver. The German now really pushing hard. Won the first final, and he's gone wide again. Karsten Mazdon's car was stricken on the right-hand side of the circuit there. But let's keep our eyes on the leader. Leaders, how can we tell them apart? Bergfeld with the hot bodies and advanced electronics, and again a mistake by Stocker with the LRP hot bodies combination. Motor's been taken to 13.5 turns this year. We thought the cars would be a bit slower. We're having none of it with the new Speedos. At least as quick as last year, and seems to be delivering the power in a very progressive way. The drivers liking the delivery, and again at the same point, the leader is taken out. And again, you see that Stocker doesn't take advantage of that. He knew he would have been penalised anyway. So he waited for the marshal to put Bergfeld back on his wheels. Get the feeling that Stocker in the car with the black rear end there is slightly quicker through the twisty stuff. But you can see there, when the leader is allowed to stretch his legs, he does get away a little bit. I just wonder if the German in second place is... seems to be a little more aggressive on the turn-in, doesn't he, and on the brakes. As Tommy Bergfeld is trying to stay calm. And he's done a pretty good job, apart from being attacked twice and put on his roof. He's held a very strong racing line, very consistent. Look, he's clipping the apexes, but as we see in a lot of these European events, those raised curbs are very, very dangerous indeed. Like upturned saucers, those discs, and they will flip a car in the air. And oh, flirting with disaster there, the leader, just as we were talking about those curbs. And look how close this is. This is a real fight to the death now. No, but and again a mistake by Stocker, which drops him 10, 12 cars lengths from the leaders. But look how quickly he'll make it up. I'll guarantee you within a lap he'll be back on the rear spoiler of Tommy Bergfeld. And he's gaining again here. There's traffic ahead as well. Into the twisties again. And the German has once again just pulled up. Not quite close enough to attack. And I just wonder if Bergfeld now has found a little bit of a groove, as he's got danger here with the white and blue car ahead of him that he is dealt with nicely, and look at this, he's stretching away. The Swedish driver has stretched away and won it, and that's 1 win each now for Bergfeld and Alexander Stocker, with the deciding final to come. Confirmation of the results there, with Tommy Bergfeld winning from Alexander Stocker, Yukijiro Umino in third from Westholm, Salmon and Tony Streit only in sixth this time around. That's a win and a second each for Bergfeld and Stocker, but Stocker, by dint of pole position, has the upper hand at the moment because the countback is not the worst score in the final, it is the best of the qualifying. So as we go to the third final, Bergfeld needs to win it. Well, the tension is rising as the horn goes off, and out goes Stocker at the head of the field. Bergfeld in second place. Well, knows what he has to do. No complicated mathematics here. He's got to win this third and decisive final. And he has a look down the inside and takes out Stocker, but he's still running. The boat's still running. Oh, this is disaster. Disaster for the Swede. He's way down the field there. Through into the lead has gone Salmon, Henry Salmon. And I can see the white and blue car of Thomas Larsson up there as well. Salmon has gone over from the lead, and is that Umino? Umino's gone through into the lead. Goodness me, he's had a good start. Now, this is where it all kicked off, with Stocker going wide, Bergfeld down the inside. There goes Salmon. Now there's Umino going through there into second place. Stocker recovers quickly, but poor old Bergfeld really has to go the long way around and drops right to the back of the field. So this is a very dangerous game that's being played here by Alexander Stocker. He's holding up his main championship rival, Tommy Bergfeld. Bergfeld's fought his way back up into fourth position, but Stocker is about to go a lap back and does. Now that's significant because Bergfeld now can get off and chase Tommy Larsson, who's just ahead in the blue car, and perhaps even get on terms with the leaders. Remember, he must win to have a chance of the championship. Into the closing stages, last lap not too far away, I wouldn't think now, for Umino, who leads from Henry Salmon in second. Indeed, this is the last lap. Where is Tommy Bergfeld? There he is in third position, and though he has lapped Alexander Stocker, he hasn't been able to get on terms with the leaders. So Stocker a lap down, but will take the championship. So a win in the third final for Umino, but it is Alexander Stocker, by dint of his better qualifying performance, who beats the defending champion Tommy Bergfeld into second position.
Well, that's what we've got time for this month from sunny Florida and here in Denmark. But don't worry, next month we'll be back in America, and someone's nicked my coat. I left it. Oh, we've got lots next month. See ya.
And don't forget, you still have until March 31st, 2010 to enter our fantastic competition to win an HPI Blitz RC short course truck. To be in with a chance, answer the following question. What do the letters SC stand for? A. Speedy car, B. Short course, or C. Single carb? Send your answers to win@hpi.tv. We have one to give away. Winner will be selected at random from the correct entries. Don't forget to include your home address, and the competition closes 31st of March 2010. Good luck.